Well. This is a serious matter here. I'm going to share this video and I'm going to come back and talk to you about it.
I know this won't go viral. I know many people won't care, but for those who do care, the petition has been started to make paternity fraud a felony. As you well know, my story, I was kidnapped for over 47 years from my father and my father's side of the family. Two brothers and a sister. Almost 100 nieces and nephews. And my mother and my auntie will get away scot-free. Now, even though it may not happen for me, my goal in this petition is to get it in front of the Congress so we can stop this from happening to any other boys or girls. There is not one thing that you can ever do to children and it not be considered a felony other than just taking them from the father and the father's side of the family just because you chose to do so. To lie to a child for 30, 20, 10, 5, it doesn't matter how many years, knowing that you know the information, and once that child finds out later on in life, they're just supposed to get over it. Well, this will never stop unless the fear of consequence is instilled inside of mothers while they're pregnant. Not to be able to even fathom this decision because they know that they won't get away with it, and we can make change today. The link to the petition will be in the comments. It will be linked to this post. I expect every man and woman that cares about this and who's been affected by this to not only sign the petition, but post, repost, and even make your own comments about this post so we can get the petition out to as many people as possible. I truly believe if we can get 1 million signatures, it'll be impossible for any congressman or congresswoman to ignore this call for justice. For all you that are still listening, I appreciate your time, but I'll appreciate your effort even more. For children like myself, who grew up in these situations and circumstances, let's do this for them.
I encourage you to go to his page and listen to the 3-part story. When he was talking about it yesterday on the live, my jaws were so tight and I was so angry. Okay? Because see, he met his father for the first, he's in his 40s. He met his father and his siblings and his nieces and nephews for the first time in his 40s. We've all seen the stories. We've seen Maury Povich. We've seen Jerry Springer when they do the DNA test and then they run out all the antics and we feeling sorry for them. But what about the kids? What about the fathers? What about the fathers, one, who didn't know their children? Or the two, the men who took up the mantle to raise children only to find out they weren't theirs? What about that? What about that? So I was angered because again, we've all seen the story even with Kurt Franklin. Even with DNA, mama's still lying. Even recently, there was somebody on TikTok who went viral because he found out a baby that he loves, the woman had been lying about it. I'll even take you one further. My own father. My father just turned 77. He has never seen his father, doesn't know what he looks like, has never even seen a picture of him. And I have tried, I'm getting DNA so I can at least give that to my father. He doesn't even know if he has any siblings, nothing. Because my grandmother loved her, but she did him wrong. My grandmother would not give him information to try to find his father. And the reason she did it because she was mad because he didn't want to marry her. So who suffered? My father. Again, he could be interacting with people that are his relatives don't even know. because he's never even seen a photo of him. But we always want to listen to the stories of, well, we don't know her story. We don't know. What about his story? And you'll listen, when you go to Saul, you'll listen to him talk to his aunt about it. And how instead of her saying, baby, I'm sorry. We shouldn't have done it. Sorry how it impacted you. What happens? She gets indignant, righteous indignation. Same way with Kirk Franklin's family, our mama. So I have signed the petition, and I encourage you to do the same. I encourage you to do the same because it's not right. And again, I am hoping that they will pass a law that DNA tests are required at birth. At birth. It's not fair to the father, and it's damn sure not fair to the child. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Take that with you.